It does not get better than this.
Randy Moss to make big plays down the field. And I think when you look at that aspect of football, it really has a Mark McGuire-ish feel about it. I mean, you show up looking for the home run, and you show up looking for the big play.
With people like Carter getting him under the wing.
This is what he does. See, first of all, he has great speed, and he can accelerate on the fly. And the second thing, he adjusts to the ball in the air so well. I mean, it's up there. He'll come back to the ball. He'll make the catch.
You'll be seeing a lot of Randy Moss as well. In fact, Moss is in the lineup, covered by Darrell Green on first down from the 25. Cunningham going to Moss, and it's tipped at the line, and it was Kennard Lang who got
Redskins, because you eliminate big play down the field like we talked about because of the coverage. Because yes, he is. He has those skills, but they're going to make him earn his stripes, and they're putting him back there in special teams. I like that. I think that's good.
One of the more personable rookies I think we've ever met in talking with him.
I thought he was great.
And there is Randall Cunningham going deep for Randy Moss. And it's tipped away, and a flag is down. It was Darrell Green, and he may be called for pass interference.
Yep, and you're right, and he is. Interesting watching Darrell Green on Randy Moss. See what he's trying to do. I like it. It was smart. So many times.
In the end zone. By rule, the ball is placed on the 1-yard line. First down.
Watch Darrell Green. See, he's hanging to the outside. That means any ball now he looks back into. And that's a good call. And Darrell went up over the top. But you could see him. I mean, Darrell Green is not a real tall guy. I mean, he's only about 5'8" or so. 6'4" for Randy Moss. But Darrell Green can make up those 6 inches with his, or 8 inches rather, with his brain. Making a hit coming up. But I'll tell you who's been having an awful quiet day today has been Randy Moss. And you see how Darrell Green's playing him? Randy Moss has made all of his plays down the field. He's made things vertical. So they're not even going to look at any double moves inside because he wants to get deep.
He hasn't caught a pass, and neither has Jake Reed today. Again, with 3 wide receivers, they've gone with that most of the way in this half. Pass is caught by Randy Moss, his first reception, and he's still going. And finally ridden out of bounds. But not before the Minnesota Vikings are in striking distance. That was a gain of 28.
You know, one of the few times you're going to see Randy Moss underneath. But what you see out of this is the great speed. So he's a long strider, but he can hit another gear fast. Probably the only guy on the field who can run with him is Darrell Green, who believes that no one can beat him. In fact, it's Darrell Green who forces him out of bounds.
First down for the Vikings on the Redskins 33. 1:02 on the clock. Cunningham's pass is caught by Moss again as he steps out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. And with 57 seconds to go, the clock stops. On second down and 10. Cunningham's pass is caught by Randy Moss out of bounds. The clock stops with 48 seconds to go. It's a first down for the Vikings. Darrell Green covering, and Vikings at least in field goal range now.
Darrell Green's getting up limping a little bit, but he gave a little bit too much cushion, and normally he doesn't like that. Oh, he anticipated an in route. He likes to play his zones close because he has the kind of speed to close on it, even with a guy like Moss who has that great stretch of speed. But that Darrell Green's limping a little bit, but
at age 38 comes back into the lineup for the Redskins.
Darrell Green will always be able to run straight ahead. The difference in his game will be when he can't stop and start.
Randy Moss had caught 3 passes for 50 yards.
There he is down here.
And Darrell Green defending him. First down on the 37-yard line of Washington, and they've got Moss downfield, and it's knocked away. Double coverage, and Stanley Richard knocked the ball away. Green was there as well as they try to go to the rookie Randy Moss.
Let me explain something again. I want you to see how Darrell Green is holding the outside. Now, the advantage you get when you do that is you're facing the ball. And he goes up and knocks that ball away along with Stanley Richard. Now, if you're on the inside, you have to turn your head back this way. But because you're on the outside, you can see it the whole way and then come back and make the play. That's really smart football by Darrell Green. Sorry.
On the 35-yard line, here comes the blitz. Stanley Richard, and Cunningham fires it away, and Randy Moss makes the catch. So Cunningham wouldn't go down, and Moss made the catch. It's only a 4-yard gain, but that's how things have gone for the Vikings this year.
I just flashed back to Monday Night Football versus the New York Giants. Randall Cunningham made a phenomenal play. Banks had him. He got out of it, came up and threw a touchdown pass.
It was horizontal.
He's going horizontally, gets the ball out there, and Moss makes the catch. And those are things you cannot coach. You either have it or you don't have it.
As the third wide receiver on first down at the 42, fake end around. Cunningham is going deep.
Not going to happen.
And it's not going to happen because the ball was thrown 5 yards out of the end zone, intended for Randy Moss. And Darrell Green, who has had his share of injuries today, helped up by Randy Moss.
You see with Darrell Green, they tried to do a double move, and Darrell Green, see, now he's playing the inside. That's a different position. Darrell Green has played brilliantly today. He's gotten beat up by his own players, opposing players, the stadium, everything. Anything that could hit him today has hit him. He's saying, just get off of me. They've only completed 2 balls. They've thrown at Green, but they've only completed 2 balls. I think he's played a very smart game.
Is back in. And here comes the safety blitz on Randall Cunningham. Going deep, and the pass is knocked away. And I'll tell you what, that was a lot of credit to Darrell Green because he knew the ball was still alive and Randy Moss had a shot.
More than that, he looked back. He made a mistake. There you saw the tremendous speed of Darrell Green. I want you to watch this. He turns his head, stops. Now look at him. He got on his horse and he closed. He closed in the ball and stayed with it. That is just a tremendous effort by Darrell Green. And Moss. Moss stayed right with it.
First start of the year.
Here's Randy Moss and Darrell Green, and back here is Randall Cunningham. Now he's given the cushion and a changeup. See, nice job here. Moss is going to now try to get to the outside, try to take that away. Green stops and look back at the quarterback. That's a mistake, but he realized it, came back, got on his horse, used his speed, closed it, and then knocked that ball down. That's been a great matchup all day, and it's been a clinic by Darrell Green,
who has studied films this week of Randy Moss, and you know that Darrell Green wanted to show why he was a Pro Bowler against the hotshot wide receiver, but Randy Moss also showing that he's the real thing as well.
Oh, he is. He is. The only weakness I see in him is weakness. Strength is his weakness.
Not bad. Flip a coin. Third down and 5. Fiedler gets out of trouble, and his pass is caught by Randy Moss, and it's a first down for the Vikings. So when things are going right, they go right every way in a gain of 10.
Well, he buys some time with his feet. They come with the blitz, and he comes clean. Sean Barber misses the tackle. Fiedler does a nice job of stepping up and then finding Moss inside. A good job by Moss of using his body because the coverage was right there. This was well thrown.
First down for the Vikings on their 39-yard line. Game. Here's Randy Moss on Matt Millen's assessment of the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, Matt cool. I met him the other day. He cool. We had a nice conversation. It went well. But I think he liked the Vikings. He might not have liked them at the beginning of the season, but he liked them now. But there's a lot of people like that, you know.
Sounds like we're on the bandwagon now, huh?
Well, he knows when somebody likes what they see.
Well, and when you saying you like him, I mean, you got the attention of Randy Moss as Robert Smith gets a couple of yards.
To be honest with you, I didn't know anything about Randy Moss. I heard all the things coming out of college about him and his abilities and watching him. But, you know, when I did see one thing was in a playoff game and he was matched up a guy who he was much better than. This is a different league. And what he does, and I studied him. I took 3 games and studied him pretty good. He's got great speed. he has great concentration. He has the ability to make a play when the ball's hanging in the air. He switches his gears very well. He's very polished for a young receiver. He's not a real strong guy, but he's going to improve in his strength, and that will make him a complete receiver.
And then 41 unanswered points for the Minnesota Vikings, who remain undefeated.
What a great game, though, by Darrell Green.
Yes, a valiant game.
Yes,
for the defender, a warrior.
Very impressive, and you'd expect nothing else from him.